my god, 99%, oh my god, best movie ever, best movie of 2017, even though it's only fucking March and we still have 9 months to go. Oh my god!
Hey everyone, this is your boy Josh with this cat. Say hi, Max. Okay, fuck you too. Yes, we are reviewing the highly acclaimed horror comedy film Get Out, written and directed by Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele is an American comedian, actor, screenwriter, and now a director. He has a very decorated career in TV. He's been in tons of shows, including Super News, Mad TV, Children's Hospital, and Key and Peele, just to name a few. Get Out marks his feature film directorial debut, and I wasn't too excited about really seeing this film, honestly. The reason for that being simply because I really just didn't like the trailer that much, and no, it's not because I thought it was a PSA saying fuck white people. I just thought it looked kind of dumb. It's a very typical horror trailer, things are going great, it's all lovey-dovey, and then holy shit, there's a jump scare, and then the serviceable horror music ensues with crappy CG title cards, and then there's a CGI deer skeleton towards the end. What the fuck? But the reviews for this film were extremely positive, as I exasperated earlier, so I decided to see it, and I'm glad I did. It's not as good as everyone says it is, but it is a very solid film. Get Out follows Chris Washington, a young black photographer played by Daniel Kaluuya, I'm hoping I'm saying that name right, who's going steady with his white girlfriend Rose Armitage, played by Allison Williams, who decides it's time to meet the parents, played by Bradley Whitford as the father and Catherine Keener as the mother. He's nervous because she hasn't told her parents that he's black, but promises him that it's not a big deal. They arrive at her parents' house and they seem to be nice people, but Chris starts getting a little nervous once he notices that the black people who work for the family are acting really weird. As the film progresses, Chris isn't sure if his girlfriend's family really is out to get him or if he's just being dramatic and rushing to conclusions. What makes this film work so well is how unsettling and how uncomfortable it is. As the film goes, it gets creepier and creepier as Chris is asked more and more awkward questions by members and guests of the family of what it's like to be black. What's even more creepy is the encounters that he has with the black workers of the family who don't seem to like him very much. This includes Georgina, who's the maid of the house. She's played by Betty Gabriel, who gives a fantastic performance in this film. There's this really disturbing scene between her and Chris where she tries to explain to him why his phone is unplugged from his charger, and the camera follows her movement in this really uncomfortable claustrophobic close-up, and it's so fucking creepy. It was awesome. It's the type of shot that will make you like want to pull back because of how fucking creepy it is. I feel like I also have to talk about the opening shot of this film, which is this really nice long take. I think it goes for about 5 or 6 minutes or so, and without spoiling anything, it involves someone being stalked and followed, and it ends up being pretty terrifying. It's one of the scariest moments in the film, and it's expertly done, as is the rest of the cinematography in this movie. It's nothing super spectacular, but considering this movie was made on just a measly budget of $4.5 million, I was pretty goddamn impressed. The pacing is really brisk too. This film is a lot quicker than I was expecting it to be. The characters are very detailed through their actions and subtleties and not just through exposition. There's also a lot of symbolism too, which gives the film a lot more depth and gives the social commentary a lot more meaning if you're paying attention. And the elements of comedy work in this film too, even if it's solely dished out by Chris's friend Andre. He's played by Lil Rel Howery. I probably fucked that up. It seemed like he was there to act strictly as a comic relief sometimes, but he was really entertaining and really funny, so I wasn't too bothered or annoyed by it. I will say though that because he was the only consistently funny one throughout this film, that the balance of horror and comedy did feel a little uneven for me. There were certainly a lot of things to like about this film, but there were still some things that did bother me. The first being the jump scares that we see in the earlier half of this film. They're really random and they don't really show up after the first 3 or 4 that appear. Like it didn't seem necessary for them to really exist in the first place, especially when the scariest moments of this film do not involve jump scares. What are you doing, Jordan Peele? Stop it with the jump scares. What are we watching, Ouija? I also found one of the reveals of this film to be just cartoonish and silly. When you find out what's going on at the end of this film, the big kicker that explains all the events that you saw before, it's not really an interesting or scary explanation. It's I think it's trying to explain cultural appropriation in a symbolically shocking way, but it's just so ridiculous, like on the same scale as a Key and Peele skit, that you really can't take it that seriously. Other than that, this film is a very enjoyable experience, especially if you're watching with a group of friends, and I'd highly recommend it. I was really annoyed though with the theater that I saw this film in, because everybody wouldn't stop fucking clapping at almost everything towards the end, like I'm just gonna clap my ass off so you can't enjoy the film. This film is still a little overhyped in my opinion, but certainly good and worth watching, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching this review, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please like it if you like what you see, and subscribe to the channel if you dig the channel. It took me 2 days to actually film this review. Normally it takes me 1. I'm in the process of moving right now, so I had to break up the times of filming this since I've got a lot of shit to do at the moment. The good thing about that is I won't have the same background, which means I won't have to deal with this piece of shit incandescent light from Home Depot above me that gives my background a poop yellow tinge if I don't color correct it properly. I definitely recommend watching this film. Let me know what you thought about that reveal mainly. As always, if there's anything you'd like me to review, please write it down in the comments section below. Thanks again, guys. This is your boy Jay, all day, every day, signing off till next time at the new place.